showed up to my fiancé's family estate wearing a simple cotton dress, no jewelry, no makeup beyond the basics. I let my hair air dry and carried a small, scuffed handbag I'd owned since college. I could feel the weight of their eyes the moment I stepped inside that marble-floored living room. His mother smiled tightly. His father barely nodded. His sister looked me up and down like she was appraising second-hand furniture. "So what do you do again?" his mother asked, already bored. "Hey, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit the bell. Your support means everything and helps me keep creating. Thank you so much." "I work a normal job," I said softly. "Nothing special." That was enough. From that moment, I became entertainment. They spoke over me at dinner, corrected my pronunciation of words I intentionally mispronounced, and explained basic things with exaggerated patience. When I reached for the wrong fork, his sister smirked. When I said I grew up sharing a room, his mother sighed as if I'd confessed something tragic and contagious. My fiancé noticed. He squeezed my hand under the table, silently asking if I wanted him to intervene. I shook my head. Let them talk. They asked where my parents lived. I said, a small place. They asked what car I drove. I said, an old one. His father chuckled and launched into a story about how financial literacy separates families like ours from others like me. By dessert, the assumptions were complete. I was the poor girl who got lucky, the naive one marrying up, a charity case with good manners. Then his mother leaned back and said casually, "Of course, if you're joining this family, we'll need a prenup, just to be safe." I smiled. Of course. Her eyebrows lifted. She hadn't expected that. His sister laughed. "Don't worry, it protects you too." "Well, protects us." I nodded again, calm, agreeable, exactly what they thought I was. After dinner, as they served coffee in porcelain cups worth more than my monthly rent, at least what they thought was my rent, his father asked one final question. "So what does your family own?" I paused, pretending to think. "Oh," I said gently, "nothing you'd recognize." That night, as we left, my fiancé looked at me and said, "You let them underestimate you on purpose." "Yes," I replied. "Why?" "Because tomorrow, when the truth came out, it wouldn't shock them. It would humiliate them. And I wanted them comfortable when it happened." The next morning, his family invited us to brunch. Same house, same cold politeness. But something had shifted. They were relaxed now, confident. They thought they'd already placed me neatly in my box. Poor, quiet, manageable. His mother sat across from me, stirring her tea. "We spoke to our lawyer last night," she said lightly, "about the prenup." I nodded. "That's wise." She smiled. "We'll make sure everything stays balanced." Balanced meant one thing. They assumed I had nothing to lose. His sister leaned in. "You're lucky, you know. Not everyone gets a chance to marry into stability." I smiled back. "I know." My fiancé looked between us, uncomfortable. He knew me better than this version. I was showing them. He knew I was waiting. Then his father cleared his throat. "We'll have the draft ready this afternoon. Our lawyer is very thorough." "That's great," I said. "Mine is too." Silence. His mother blinked. "Yours?" "Yes," I said calmly. "My legal team." The sister laughed. "You don't need a whole team for a prenup." I tilted my head. "I usually do." That was the first crack. They exchanged looks, subtle but sharp. His father studied my face for the first time, really looked at me, as if trying to reconcile the girl in the plain dress with the words coming out of her mouth. Brunch ended awkwardly. His mother insisted on giving me a tour of the property, explaining square footage and renovations like she was reading off a brochure. I listened politely, complimented the garden, admired the view. Then my phone rang. I glanced at the screen and stood. "Excuse me, I need to take this." I stepped onto the terrace. I didn't lower my voice. "Yes," I said. "I saw the revised numbers." "No, that's fine. Have the Singapore office looped in. And tell the board I'll join the call at 4. I paused, listening. "Yes, after the wedding." I hung up and turned around. They were all standing there. His sister's mouth was slightly open. His mother's smile had vanished. His father's face had gone stiff, like he'd just misread a situation that suddenly mattered. "Singapore office?" his mother asked carefully. "Oh," I said, as if realizing they'd heard. "I'm sorry. I forget, not everyone lives in meetings." My fiancé stared at me, equal parts amused and stunned. He knew pieces of my life, but I'd kept this side quiet. Not hidden, just unnecessary to announce. His father cleared his throat again. "What exactly do you do?" I met his eyes this time. No softness, no pretending. "I run my family's holding company," I said. "We manage assets across hospitality, logistics, and private equity, mostly international." The silence stretched. His sister let out a nervous laugh. "That's impressive." "It's work," I replied. His mother recovered first. "You said your family owned nothing we'd recognize." I smiled. I was telling the truth. She didn't like that answer. That afternoon, both lawyers arrived. The mood changed completely. Suddenly, there were smiles, compliments, apologies disguised as jokes. His mother praised my taste. His father asked about markets. His sister wanted to know where I shopped. They slid the prenup draft across the table. My lawyer skimmed it once, then slid our version back. "Your turn," she said. His father adjusted his glasses and began reading. The color drained from his face. Clause by clause, it became clear. This wasn't protection for them. It was protection from them. Any interference, any attempt to leverage family influence, any breach of confidentiality, there were consequences. Severe ones. His sister whispered, "This is excessive." I leaned forward. "No, this is standard. When one party has significantly more assets." His mother looked at me sharply. More than us. I met her gaze. Considerably. The room felt smaller now. Uncomfortable. For the first time since I'd met them, they weren't in control of the narrative. That evening, as we prepared to leave, his mother stopped me at the door. "I misjudged you," she said, carefully choosing each word. "Yes," I replied. "You did." She waited, clearly expecting reassurance. I gave none. As we drove away, my fiancé laughed softly. "You let them believe whatever they wanted." "They needed to," I said. "People reveal their true character when they think they're superior." He reached for my hand. "Are you angry?" "No," I said honestly. "I'm informed." And that was far more dangerous, because the real shock wasn't my money. It was what I planned to do next with the truth they'd shown me. The wedding went ahead, but nothing felt the same for them. The power had shifted, and they knew it. His parents were polite now, careful, every word measured. Invitations came with respect instead of assumption. Advice turned into questions. Demands disappeared completely. A week after we signed everything, his mother called me privately. "I hope we can start fresh," she said. "We already have," I replied. "Just not the way you expected." What she never understood was this. I never wanted their approval. I wanted clarity. I married their son because he loved me before he knew my worth on paper, because he